Hello there. This is going to be build stream number 7 for the Imperial Star Destroyer. But wait, there's more. I guess I have a little bit of a show and tell. I hit 100 subscribers yesterday and felt like I should celebrate a little bit by busting out these sets I have had in storage for a little while. So I guess I'll wait just a few minutes to see if anyone else joins up. How's everyone night's going so far? Oh. Spoiling it a little bit, I guess. Not supposed to see that. Not supposed to see what's in the box. Hey, Skywalker. Are you having a good night? Hey, Brick. T-Man. Yeah, surprised to spoil just a little bit. One of the 5. All right, I guess I'll go ahead and get started. So I'll start building in a little bit, but first I wanted to pull these out. So yeah, this I guess is the first UCS set ever released. So, as I said before on stream, the place that I bought these sets from, the previous owner had made these little boxes and put his sets in these boxes immediately after he purchased them. So, these are pretty cool. Get it open again. First gen TIE Interceptor. If you look, it is in absolute mint condition. It's like it was just, it looks like it just came out yesterday. It was the first UCS set, so not the first Star Wars set, the first Ultimate Collector Series set. And so what's interesting too, I don't know, I'll see if the overhead camera can pick it up, but this is the original Ultimate Collector Series marking when it first came out, or branding I should say. So I keep these sets in these boxes the whole time Because I want them to remain pristine. And I'll show you what happens when they're not boxed up like this. You could probably guess what this is. So this is the X-Wing, which is the second Ultimate Collector Series set ever released. And again, it is in absolute mint condition. No, I'm building these. So this will be the second to the last UCS set I build, and the other one will be the last. I will be building these, yes. And now for what I believe is probably the second or first ugliest set ever created. I keep them. I tape them up like they're brand new. So I put the pouches, or I'm sorry, I put the instructions back in the pouches. I tape the pouches. I put the extra pieces in a Ziploc bag, put the Ziploc bag in the box, put the pouch in the box, tape the box. It's like it's never been opened for all intents and purposes from the outside. I do that because if something goes wrong and I want to, or if I decide, you know, man, I'm bored of Lego, I want to sell all my sets, then they have a little bit more resale value because I have the box, the manual, the extra pieces, everything. Yes, I do have all the UCS sets. So this is Darth Maul's bust. So I'll go ahead and get out of this box. And as you can see, it is not in mint condition. This is what happens when it's not stored in a nice little cardboard box. And this one was open. So I'm hoping that, you know, all the bags are in here and all that good stuff. So I guess we'll find that out when yeah, it is very ugly. I guess we'll find out when I build this on stream like everything else. And here is, I think this is number 4. So this is atrocious. It is ugly. It is terrible. terrible to behold. It doesn't do Yoda any justice, but it's an Ultimate Collector series, so I got it. And last but not least, where did I stick it at? Oh, yes. The Blockade Runner, aka Tantine 4. This one's also in pretty good condition. I don't know what happened here in the middle. It looks like it got a little bent or something. So yeah, so once we get there, I mean, I'm sure anyone who's a collector is going to lose it the minute I open these boxes. But I will build them on stream. That is the goal. I just have a long ways to go. All right, so I thought I would do that because we got to 500 subs, and I thought I would just kind of show what we're slowly building towards as a finale. Oh no, I won't be streaming all of them built at once. I'll be doing it over time. So that's about it. Anyone have any questions before I clean off my desk a little bit, because I think the Darth Maul box got my desk a little dirty. Yeah, I mean, there are people that if you look through some of the posts on the Lego Star Wars subreddit, you'll see some people that really don't want to open their Lego boxes. They just hoard them. And it's like, what are you doing? You know, they're meant to be put together. And even when I bought these, the guy asked me on 2 separate occasions, because I've been into the Minifig shop several times, on 2 separate occasions, he's like, so what are you going to do with those first gen sets? Are you going to keep them, or you build them? Like, he sounded a little concerned that I'm going to build them. And it's just like, you know, that's why Lego made them. And yes, they did make it 24 years in a box, but I mean, I'll take good care of them once they're built. I'll put them behind glass. You know, they'll be nice display pieces, which is what they're meant for. Oh, I'm not saying that. I will not say how much I paid for them. I have been posting in my description for, you know, all the streams and stuff, what I paid versus how much they were at, like, the suggested retail price, or I'm sorry, the release retail price. But there will be I'll get to a dollar limit where I'll stop posting just because it can get a little absurd. Yeah, I have some decent storage in the garage right now, where I'm sticking my boxes at. So it's okay for now. I mean, at the least, what I could do is I could collapse them down, but they will be kept. Okay, I guess we can get started. So anyways, thanks again for all the support. Without you all, obviously, I couldn't get to 100 subs, so I again appreciate it so very much. Okay, so today we are doing 15 for sure. And I will go ahead and get this started. I forgot to double check that the side camera is working correctly, but my components I need to set everything up got delayed once again, so somehow I got the camera, but I can't get everything else I need for the camera because it's just all delayed. Let's do some music. Maybe we can do some music. Okay. Spec 15. So, what's your guys' thought on fruitcake? Any fruitcake lovers in the channel? Now, have you had a good fruitcake? Or have you had like a dried out store-bought fruitcake? You guys don't know what fruitcake is? Boomer food. You know, fruitcake is like it's basically like it has a cake base of some sort, and then it's like dried minced sweetened fruit is put on top, and if it's done right, it tastes delicious. There's a place, we have a farmer's market here in town that's pretty popular every Wednesday and Saturday morning rather. And there's this guy, believe it or not, his name is Michael Jackson. I mean, that is his real name. And he's an older guy, so he's an older white guy, I should say. You would not expect his name to be Michael Jackson, but his name is Michael Jackson. He's a fantastic, fantastic baker. And every year he bakes fruitcake, and we buy a big one and then 2 smaller ones, and we take the big one up for family Christmas. And we finally got around to defrosting the little one today, and it's very delicious. That's the last thing I had today before coming down here, so the fruitcake is on my brain. Boomer food. I'm not there yet. Well, I'll never be a boomer, but I'm not close to being a boomer. It's pretty funny though. The place where I got the fruitcake is just a farmer's market. So it's just, booths of, real legit farmers and other like bakers doing side gigs and stuff like that, just selling their stuff. I think the guy that I actually bought the fruitcakes from, Michael Jackson, is he's an exterminator. He has an exterminating business. What's your guys' favorite dessert? Not that fruitcake is my favorite dessert. I'll tell you what my favorite dessert is later, but I want you guys to tell me what your favorite dessert is. Oh. Yeah. I actually used to be really, really hyper organized about things. Like they would be sorted into like each bowl had its own color and no colors were the same. And a bowl for little pieces, a bowl for big pieces, but it just gets a little bit tedious after a point, and it takes a lot longer to get that all done. But it does prevent me from doing things like trying to figure out where this piece is I'm looking for. So these bowls, I got them, or I started using them when the wife and I were doing the Titanic back in the day, because, we would open the bags and, stuff would be very disorganized, and it would take us some time to find things. And so it was my idea to get some bowls, so every time I use those bowls I think of my wife. So I'll probably use them until they just break down and I can't use them anymore. Okay, I see creme brulee, ice cream. Mine is actually tiramisu. That is my favorite food, or dessert rather. But here's a kind of a funny thing about that. When I first got tiramisu, I thought it was the most amazing thing. Like the caffeine you got from the flavoring due to using the cappuccino was just amazing. And it felt like every time I went to get tiramisu, it was just that amazing. And then over time, I noticed that the tiramisu stopped tasting less good. So I thought it was just the places I was going to. And so I kept on chasing that great tasting tiramisu. I'd get tiramisu every place I went to. And as it turns out, the tiramisu was all fine. What happened was I got introduced to Starbucks and started drinking so much espresso that tiramisu lost its bold flavor because I'd gotten so used to, the espresso. So it was me. I was the problem. But I still love it, and I usually will get it at just about any Italian place I go to. If I go to some place that specializes in chicken and they have tiramisu, I might consider that a little sketchy tiramisu. Anyways, I hope everyone is having a pretty good day today. Today was an interesting day for me today at work because everyone that had been on vacation for the past, ever since before Christmas came back today. So there's a lot of hustle and bustle, virtually, of course. Hey AM21, welcome to the channel. We are building through step 15 now, which is the part that holds the control tower. Yep, and then the side camera, you can see the executor on the bottom shelf. So the A-Wing and this one and the Republic gunship are the only ones I've built out on stream. The rest of them I built out just in filmed videos. But I plan on building the rest of them out on stream. As long as I don't give any of you guys stream fatigue. I mean, I'll keep streaming if you guys keep watching. Thank you, I appreciate that. Every time someone subs, it still feels like Christmas. So next week I'm out of town, and I will I think I'll still schedule some stuff to be posted. Some stuff I've been working on this week. So also look for that. And then I think either the Saturday or the Sunday I come back from vacation and I'll start streaming again. And hey, Lego, it's good to see you again. I should say Lego Chewbacca. A shelf review? You mean to show off what I have, or to talk about what I've built so far and what I think of them? Yeah, I can kind of be brief because I really have to get this one done before I go. But so Vendors up top, that was a very, very great build. Enjoyed it. Had a missing piece. Had to go to a local hobby shop to get that piece. This is the Imperial Star Destroyer I'm working on right now. I guess you can't really see it very well. There's the Executor right there. My favorite piece so far I built. It was amazing. It's been unrivaled so far. The Millennium Falcon and the Republican gunship are over there in a PAX, and then I have the land speeder, the X-wing, the TIE Interceptor, Naboo's starship in a box, A-wing, Jabba sail barge, and Razor Crest. Oh, I forgot. I finally got the pieces to complete Razor Crest today. So I guess I'll do that tomorrow. That's the gist of it right there. Yeah, I know. If the side camera was on this side rather than that side, you probably could, but it's on that side instead of this side because the laptop is on that side, and I don't want the laptop to be seen because it would be kind of distracting, I think. Of course, I could swap the laptop and stick it over there, but then I'd have to swap the microphone because I have a tendency to talk this direction. It would just be a lot of finagling. What will happen someday is I'll get this nice big room to work with, and then I'll have, you know, more stuff seen behind me than what I have right now. But that would depend upon us moving, and I don't see that happening anytime soon, so. Stuck living in the country for now. Hi, Holing. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, I love Star Wars. I've loved Star Wars just about all my life. I think somewhere there's a picture of me like 4 years old wearing a Star Wars shirt. I also love Star Wars Lego. I don't know about lucky. I know maybe a little bit in debt. Not a lot, but a little bit. So I did show off a few of the sets that I plan on building out at the end of the stream. Look at this color. I don't think I've ever seen this like fuchsia. No, they sure don't. Some of the instructions are terrible at showing color, like terrible. I gotta put a little bit of it. I'm gonna really hate this because these little door things are just so easy to knock out right now. I'm just going to stick these on real fast. Yeah, especially with that that Superstar Destroyer. The instructions were very, very hard to figure out about, you know, what color you were dealing with. Okay. There's that fuchsia. My favorite non-UCS set? Well, that, like, favorite non-Star Wars UCS set or favorite Lego set outside of Star Wars? I mean, the Dark Falcon would have to be my favorite non-UCS Star Wars set. The Lego Titanic would be my favorite non-Star Wars set. If you guys ever get a chance to build the Lego Titanic, it was pretty neat. Because not only are you building a ship that, you know, has like some functional turbines and the propellers move and all that, but there's history about the ship that's contained within like the instruction manual that was just kind of neat to read as you were going along. I also built Notre Dame, and that was, it was a little tedious because of the buttresses all have like 1x1 blocks, and so you had to make sure that, you know, 4 1x1 blocks were all straight or it would look funny. That one was a little tedious. How about yourself, Skywalker? What's your favorite? This is a lot of pieces. That's a pretty cool set. The Malevolence. Does anyone know what these pieces are called? I want to call them like skis or something. Just really kind of weird. Hey, Alex. It's good to see you again. I mean, I think it's worth it. I see plenty of people that have bought and built it. I don't have a negative opinion on it. Hey, thanks, Alex. I appreciate it. I'm very, very grateful to have you all here. Hopefully I don't lose any subs after talking about fruitcake and tiramisu today. Also did show some of the older first gen UCS sets I plan on getting to build out one of these days. It is. It is. We are getting there. And the next ship is the Y-wing, and looking at that, that's actually is a little bit bigger than I thought it would be too. I mean, not as big as this, but a little bigger than I was expecting. Yeah, the Y-wing is going to be pretty cool. And then the Death Star is after the Y-wing, and that will also be pretty cool. This is pretty nifty. Oh yeah, Spec. Hey, welcome back. It's like a little. Boy, I'm really bad at displaying things here. It's like a little. It's a little turret. There we go. I didn't know there was a turret on the tower area. Yeah, and that looks right. Okay, Skywalker, I'll see you when you get back. So yeah, I opened up YouTube briefly just before my work break ended, and Never Too Old for Lego was streaming, so I got to watch him a little bit today. Hey Sim, did you figure out what you're gonna play yet? Or are you still trying to figure out stuff? So is that a zombie shooter, or what kind of game is that? Okay. I'm actually historically bad at those kinds of games. Respect, take it easy. Thanks for stopping by, and I won't ever give up, and you don't ever give up either. Well, actually, for the first time in a while, I'm not really looking forward to any new releases coming out. I don't even know what new releases are coming out. think we're getting close to the end of this step. Hey, Area 56. Welcome back. It's good to see you again. And thank you, because you're one of those people that subbed. I appreciate you. And happy Monday to you as well. My Monday was pretty good, uneventful. Just a lot of people coming back from vacation. Haha. Guess that's simple enough. Extra pieces. Bag 16. Or I should say step 16. A lot more pieces in step 16. So yeah, if you're new to the channel and haven't, please give a like and subscribe. That way you can stay updated on my stream times and what I'm going to be building next, and maybe vacation pictures from when I go on vacation next week. Gonna be some greebling in this for sure. That's a pretty interesting question. Well, I can't remember what jet the French Air Force used, but it's probably like a specific NATO type jet. But the F-35 that the United States uses is supposed to be pretty amazing in aerial combat. So I'd have to go with the F-35. Hey Chris, welcome back. Or should I say Tavo? Hey, Giggles. Yeah, I'm still working on the Star Destroyer. It's pretty big. I'll be done with it by Thursday, though. Oh, cool. I stopped by my local hobby shop to see if they had the Acclimator, and they don't actually have any of the new sets. So if I want them, I gotta go to Walmart. Did you enjoy the build? Giggles, was it fun? Area 56, I am not building every day. I won't be building anything tomorrow, for example. So Alex, hopefully the US and the French will never have to really find out which Air Force is better. At least in combat. Hopefully we will always remain allies. Or these, sometimes these pieces just do not want to be found. Yeah, but a lot of people got angry at the cost of the F-35, and particularly the engines. So, yes, we might have a big budget, and it doesn't mean it doesn't draw the ire of the people on Capitol Hill. I think the only planes being used in true combat situations right now are F-16s. Ukraine's using them. Oh, of course, you know, we do have the Russians. They're using theirs too. But for NATO, the only NATO planes in combat operations right now are the F-16s. Oh boy. I'm really starting to recognize the shape. Do you guys recognize the shape? I'm pretty stoked about this part. I like this. I like this build stat. Oh man. Here's that piece I was missing earlier. Thankfully, I have it in this bag. Hey, welcome back, Skywalker. I always wanted to fly the F-16, but of course, who didn't after Top Gun? Oh, I'm sorry, the F-14. I wanted to fly the F-14 because of Top Gun. But instead, I joined the Navy and became a sonar technician. Oh, I love the British. The first international trip I ever did was London. Went to Buckingham Palace and all that good stuff. I guess this is supposed to be. I did. I built it several months ago. I built it twice actually because I felt like I built it incorrectly the first time, so I stripped it apart, resorted the pieces, and rebuilt it. So the way you can think of it is if you take a look at all the UCS sets, everything newer than the Imperial Star Destroyer has been built already by me. You can see this is really starting to take shape. And I have so many pieces left to go, it's crazy. Hey Todd, welcome back. I did get your message about those shells. I just I got distracted with work and forgot to respond, so I appreciate you sending me that out. They looked really neat. Your collection looks pretty nice in those. I am working on 16 now. I built out the 2017 Falcon. I do have the 2007 Falcon. It's just in a box right now. I'll build it, I guess, once I get down that far in the UCS sets. Still have a little bit to go. It's kind of sad, actually, because I think when I started getting these sets, I never thought I'd start a YouTube channel. So when I got done building the Millennium Falcon, the Lego Titanic, my next set after that was the Millennium Falcon, because I wanted to build, something big. So I was like, hey, might as well start here, right? That was probably not too great of an idea. And welcome back, Alex. Sorry, I have 6 cats, so I feel you. My oldest cat doesn't like to be around anybody, or rather any other cat, so she's just constantly growling. And then my youngest cat thinks every other cat is his plaything, so he just chases after cats all day long. It is just not a good time to always constantly be having to stop cats from fighting. And then my dog knows that we don't like cats fighting, so she'll run to where the fighting is to try to break them up, and sometimes she gets confused about who actually instigated things, so sometimes the wrong cat gets chased off. Skywalker, that is something that I think about often. So I have choices. I can continue doing, just basic Star Wars stuff. Or I could branch out. I thought maybe about building out some of the Lord of the Rings stuff for a little while. I thought about doing some ships, some Lego ships. I've thought about doing castles and architecture, like building out the Eiffel Tower, that kind of stuff. But I haven't decided yet, and I have a long ways to go. But no matter what, if I started focus building on something else, as soon as a UCS set got released, I would just get it and, stream build that. How long will the UCS sets I have now last, or how long until you think they'll stop putting them out? Oh, well, that is a pretty good question. Um, well, the thing that's going to complicate that is vacations. I have a vacation scheduled for next week. I have 2 weeks scheduled in February, and then I have a week in May, and then another week in December. So, I don't know, it could take 6-7 months to build what I have right now. And the caveat to that is, of course, in May, the next UCS set comes out, which is going to be Jango Fett's Slave 1. And I'll buy that, and I'll build that immediately. So that's going to delay some of the older stuff getting built again. And will they only release one UCS set in May, or will they release more? I don't know. I guess May and October are only two release dates. Oh yeah, so I went to Paris and saw the Eiffel Tower before they started painting it again, because they repainted it for the Olympics. So, true story, I am afraid of heights, and the elevators are in glass for the Eiffel Tower, and I was so nervous taking the elevators to the top. Like I thought I would just be frozen when we got to the top, but it turned out to be okay. And you can see for a long ways at the top of the Eiffel Tower. I think I put some pictures on my Facebook page of our France vacation, but maybe I forgot. Yeah, that is certainly one option. There's a lot of stairs. Although, if I had to take the stairs, I know I wouldn't have made it to the top. I would have gotten scared. Yeah, I mean, that's okay. Hey, Zim, I don't know if you've heard of it, but there's like an arboretum not too far away from Cleveland where they have it's a very tall tree tower. The first time I went there, I literally I pieced out, and my wife actually took pictures of me like walking away, shaking my head because there's no way I was going to get to the top of that tower. Yeah, when we went to Paris, we had like some kind of special tour tickets, so it made it so that we didn't have to like wait in line or anything like that to get in. We just went with a group of people on a tour. Otherwise, I mean that those lines were very long to get into the Eiffel Tower, so I can understand if you don't have enough time when you get to Paris that you would miss going up there. But I will have you know that the second time I went to the Arboretum, I did make it to the top. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I just held on to the railing with an iron fist. So I already don't like this very much. So this side is nice, and it seems like it would be flush, but this side, what is going on with this gap? That is driving me a little crazy. And they're not showing on the instructions the backside. I don't know anything about how it looks, but I do not like the front. Yeah, I went to the Arc de Triomphe, but we did not go up the stairs to the top because when we went there, it was raining, and they said that the stairs can be very slippery, and you can go up there, but it's not really recommended. So we ended up just taking pictures from the bottom. Yes. I do want to modify my sets. I want specifically to do some things to the Razor Crest to make the canopy something that will actually open up instead of, you know, having to actually pull up the canopy. I think I saw somewhere where you can make, on the Venator, the front elevator operate more like, you know, open up and operate more like a better elevator. Of course, there's nothing on the interior, but still. For the Millennium Falcon, there is like a different way you can do the back where the engine is. So those are the things that I've seen that I might modify. That's a pretty good question. Oh, Brick Building Brothers. Sorry I didn't recognize that you guys were new. Welcome to this Imperial Star Destroyer build stream. We are on step 16 now. Yeah, I guess you're right. I could probably do that too. Yeah, if I went to southern France, I'd have to do it when it's not so hot. Hey, thank you so very much. I appreciate that a whole lot. And I certainly consider your thoughts about making a different video about, or stream even too, about modifying things. I could do a whole stream on how to properly use the brick remover. Yeah. Yeah, it is a little bit more difficult to enjoy Christmas when you don't have snow. But of course, what you could do is you could just go up to Germany and go to some of the Christmas markets up there. I mean, even if they don't have snow in Germany at the time, you still really get a good Christmas vibe. Hey Skywalker, see you in 10. I'll still be here. Denmark has some some great Christmas markets, but I do hope to see the ones in Germany someday. Oh, I think I'm building, getting ready to build some sensor domes. So what's your thoughts on Grey Poupon, Zim? Those commercials in the 80s were so great for Grey Poupon. Well, this has been an interesting stream. We've talked about fruitcake, favorite desserts, and now condiments. My love for food is why I work out 6 days a week. Seven technically if you factor in my 5-mile Sunday walk. You know, Zim, I would agree with you on that. I know there are times when a German mustard might be better, or when a spicy mustard might be better, or a honey mustard would be better. Hey, Never Too Old for Logo, I was telling everyone I caught your stream earlier today. Oh no, you're right. We cannot leave barbecue sauce out of this conversation. Man, there's all kinds of good barbecue sauce out there, and in different regions too. I mean, a Carolina barbecue sauce is not going to be anything like a Texas style barbecue sauce. I thought it looked pretty neat. I mean, the set you were building, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. And I mean, it seemed to vibe very well. I was sad that I couldn't watch more of it because I had to get back to work. But yeah, I opened up YouTube to look for something, and your stream was right there. I was like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm going to pop in and watch this for as long as I can, which regretfully was just a couple minutes. Yeah, gravy can be pretty good too. But the barbecue sauce, generally the stuff I've had isn't too spicy. One of the saddest things that happened, and Tavo probably, well, actually, he might not know about that because I think he moves to town later. But the best barbecue place in town ended up closing, and they haven't reopened yet. And the next best place, it really tastes like their brisket is like dipped in old bath water. It's pretty terrible. So for all intents and purposes, we don't have good barbecue in town anymore. So when I eat barbecue, I have to go to, or I usually have barbecue when I go back up to St. Louis. Hey, welcome back, Constant Gaming. And I think Zim knows, but there's a place in Cleveland that their barbecue sauce is the base for their barbecues, rather, is the mustard they use in the baseball stadium. I mean, Zim, have you been to Mabel's in Cleveland? Yeah, it is terrible tasting brisket. I don't remember, what is a boulangerie again? I thought it was like almost like a bakery, but I could be mistaken. Hey, welcome back for the third time, Skywalker. I do like a good baguette. I also really like a good croissant. And cake. I ate a lot of desserts when I went to Paris. Hey, Black Spindle. Building's going pretty good. We are making our way through bag, or I should say step 16, which is basically the like the command structure. Hey, Luke. Oh, I guess that we got a Skywalker and a Luke now. Santi, I think I would wait. If you have two, I would wait. If you had one, then I would say, you know, build the one you have. But if you have two, the retired sets are only going to get more expensive as you go on. Also, Luke, thank you very much for the compliment. I appreciate it. It's been a labor of love, that's for sure. And one of these days, it's going to get a little bit better because I'll get all the supplies I need in to hook up the second camera. That camera there is an iPhone and was supposed to have been replaced with a camera that I actually have, but I don't have the cable for it yet, and I can't get it here, so whatever. Yeah, the wire-bound ones you're talking about, I do like those too. Yeah, I was just talking to her about that today. She's like, well, I hope you do. And I'm like, okay. My wife has 714 subs or something like that. So we were talking about when I made it to 100, we're on the way to passing her up one of these days. Build nights. I do build nights guaranteed on Mondays and Wednesdays. I do some building on Saturdays and Sundays too, but the schedule is a little bit more flexible for that, where I have scheduled start times on Mondays and Wednesdays. And sometimes I'll do Fridays. It just kind of depends upon what the wife wants to do. Sometimes she wants to go out on Friday nights. So when she wants to go out on Friday nights, I do the right thing and spend time with her instead of streaming. Hey Luke, thanks for stopping by again. You have a good night. I really appreciate your compliments too. And I'm always trying to think of ways to make everything a little bit better for everyone. I don't know what her channel is. I've only seen it kind of once in passing. So I think YouTube's, oh goodness gracious. I think YouTube's kind of the same where, the same as, I should say, TikTok's algorithm basically is. So my wife, she does like some dancing videos. She does some lip syncing. She does like 80s movie breakdown, stuff like that. And she primarily posted these things on TikTok, and she was just kind of posting them over to YouTube at the time. But she doesn't really want anyone at her work knowing about it, knowing that she has, you know, a TikTok or YouTube. She wants to do it, you know, anonymously to where, you know, she doesn't have people coming up to her at work saying, "Oh, wow, I really liked your video last night. That was amazing." So one day she showed me one of her videos on TikTok. And then, you know, what exactly happened is what she was hoping wouldn't happen, is that TikTok steered her channel to my friends that were working at her workplace. And so people were, you know, coming up to her and saying, you know, your channel's so great, I love your stuff. And she killed her TikTok. And I can't remember how many views and, you know, whatever metric TikTok uses, but she had a lot. Her TikTok channel was pretty booming. So anyways, I try not to bother with her YouTube, because I don't want the same thing happening where there's like a bleed over from mine to hers, and then, you know, people start asking her or complimenting her videos and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know the name of her channel or anything. I know that she showed me her sub count, and I'm like, you know, why aren't you monetized? She's not monetized. I don't think she has the views for it yet. I also don't really think she cares too much about being monetized. Yep. I think she actually stopped doing everything on TikTok now. It's just purely YouTube. But, you know, if they end up banning TikTok, I guess it's all for the better then anyways. Yeah, Constant, I'm still really grateful about that. Uh, so I didn't know about king pancake. I know about eating king cake, which is what you eat on, I think it's Ascension Day, which is today, if I'm not mistaken. A lot, I think more people traditionally eat like king cake and stuff like that on Fat Tuesday or Mardi Gras. I can't remember which one. I only know the significance of Ascension Day because that's usually when my mother-in-law, well, the day after Ascension Day is when my mother-in-law takes her Christmas decorations down. Yeah, they're the same. It's just the Ascension Day is still kind of like a religious holiday, so some people will eat king cake today. Oh yeah, my A&W zero sugar. Actually, I was getting a little parched, and I forgot I still had some left. One of these days, I'm gonna have enough time to make tea. That's what I would rather really have than root beer. Oh. I'm terrible at pricing things out just because I'm so new to Lego. I have no idea what what prices would be for some of these things. So someone else might in the chat might have more info, but unfortunately I have no idea. I think that's the same cake they eat on Mardi Gras and stuff like that. I don't think I've actually had king cake myself. Yeah, I'm almost done with this one. There sure are a lot of pieces in this step. I feel like I've been on this step forever. Constant, I don't see myself retiring anytime soon. I'm really liking what I'm doing, so I'll keep on. I mean, I guess I'll stop when I get so old that my fingers are too arthritic to build. But short of that, I mean, I just foresee myself to just keep going until question mark. I don't think I'll stop. Yeah, I will. I'll be going for a long time. Yeah, I foresee it getting worse before it gets better in regards to videos and the amount of videos, because if we move into a bigger house someday, then I'm just gonna start going on. I'm gonna go on a building rampage. Like I'll start doing like a medieval city with castles, and I thought I saw a new set coming out on Bricklink that has like a stable or something like that. I would put that in there and I'd go nuts. I mean, once I get done, even getting done with the UCS sets I have, I won't ever be done with the UCS sets, because they'll always release them. And when they release them, I'll buy them and then you know, stream those too. The only time I foresee myself taking a break is when I go on vacation. I have 28 UCS sets to build after this one. Hey Skywalker, take it easy. Thanks again for joining. Have a good night. How much it costs me? It costs me a fair amount. I guess that's all I'm gonna say. But some of it, and Chavo probably isn't gonna like me saying this. Some of it was Magic the Gathering card sales helped pay for my Lego habit. Hey, Brick Mill and Brothers, that's a nice suggestion. I am closer to St. Louis by about an hour and a half. I live about 3 hours southwest of St. Louis. So I could probably join them and, you know, see what's going on whenever I go up there and visit, but unfortunately, you know, just to hang out on that kind of basis, I'm just a little too far out. But yeah, I go up to St. Louis, I want to say, you know, 2 to 3 times a quarter. Are you in Missouri as well? Or as I like to call it, misery. So in regards to what other sets I have to build, I have, so if you look at the UCS sets that have been released, and I think Bricklink has probably the best compendium of the UCS sets and when they were released. If you look at the Imperial Star Destroyer and go up from there, or I should say back in time from there, I have built the Super Star Destroyer, and the rest of them I have not built out yet. So that's probably going to be the best way of actually visualizing what sets I have left to build. Okay. I lived in Overland Park for 7 years in Kansas. There we go. Yeah. Getting a lot more completed. I think the next couple steps are filling in these areas. Yeah, I thought about that, but that's just that's a lot of stuff to stick in the description. I think I made a community post that has everything I have, at least. But yeah, I don't think I've updated with what's left to go. I'll think about that. Thank you for the suggestion. Yeah, the only reason why I left Overland Park is because I was dating my now wife, and she's like, "Hey, I'm going to Texas for medical school. You want to come with me?" And I'm like, sure. Alex, I am making a Discord. Well, actually, I've made a Discord, but I haven't finished setting it up. And once I'm done setting it up, I will make sure I pass that info along. That suggestion was also one of many suggestions that SoulZim has given me. It is a question that's commonly asked, and I acknowledge that it probably will be for a while. And sometimes even in the comments, people don't look at them before they join, which is okay. I'm okay with just answering it whenever it comes up. So we did end up getting some ice from the storm yesterday, but we only really got ice on the trees. It didn't really stick to the ground down here, and I don't think it really stuck to the roads either down here. weird. This is root beer. So does that mean, Tevo, you want to be my Discord moderator there? Another thing, one of the problems I have with Discord is that I don't really use Discord or look at Discord when I am at work. This is impossible. Okay. Yeah, it's just run-of-the-mill, basic root beer. I feel like Barks tastes a little bit better, or at least the last time I had Barks, it was better. Everyone's always trying to improve their flavors and ends up just screwing everything up. So, who knows? Huh. Okay, I'll think about that, Alex. Thank you. And I will make mocks one of these days, I'm sure of it, just because I like all the things that these designers have been making. It looks really neat. Just got to get through building what I have first. Hey, Constant Gaming, do you have any recommendations of maybe a first mock I should try when I get ready to start building them out? Mocks are make your own creations. They're basically someone has designed their own Lego build and sells the instructions online on how to build them with, you know, the number of the pieces you need, and from there you just purchase your pieces you need for your mock and you just build it out. Again with the gap. Yeah, that's in there, right? Don't like that gap. See, that's a terrible gap right there. Oh, okay. That sounds pretty neat. I'll have to check it out for sure. Sounds like Battle of Coruscant might be a little space. Well, might take up a lot of space, I should say, and that's something I have to probably wait on too. I'm not out of space yet, but it's gonna happen. Yeah, those all sound really, really neat. Um, so for your Razor Crest, was that a full scale mock that you got? Like, instead of getting the UCS, or was the mock some replacement or modifications to the Razor Crest. I don't really like this part. Wow, Alex, I'm surprised you made it so far. It was good to see you again, Alex. I think you're one of my most regular viewers, so I appreciate you always making it, especially when it's so late for you over there in France. And I hope you have a good night, and I hope to see you next time. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I'm really interested in making some of these things more screen accurate. Absolutely. See you, Alex. Welcome back, Skywalker. Yeah, one of my biggest complaints about Razor Crest is that the canopy isn't really functional. Nope, these are the wrong ones. Nifty. Okay, I guess it's time to put this in. All right. Make sure I want to have the pieces out. I want to know exactly where I'm putting the stuff at. I guess for some of you, this is the first time that you've seen it in all of its glory. I'm already just gonna leave it here like this for the time being. So this gray one. Not even really sure what I am connecting here. Okay, I see. Man, that is surely wobbling right now. I know. Hopefully that wobbles less when I get these pins in here. Thanks, guys. Yeah, it is. It certainly is huge. A part of me wishes that a functional interior, but that's okay. There are mocks. I know there are mocks for Imperial Star Destroyers with functional interiors. They're huge mocks, but I know that they exist. So yeah, the rest Everything I have the rest is just extra pieces, so we are done with this step. Yeah, without too much trouble. I don't really like how I have a gap here. And I have a gap down below. I think those elements could be a little bit more flush. The paneling, it was so hard to get all the stuff tight before you put it underneath, and I had a wing fall apart on me on stream. So yeah, from there on, I spent a lot of time making sure, going back, that everything was nice and flush. So I'm going to go ahead and carefully put this back. So next is 17. 17 is just basically covering up the gap that's left. I'm pretty sure that's what 18 is as well. Yeah. Yeah, so now all we're doing is just filling out stuff to cover the gap until it gets this is the last and it's all. And I guess at some point too I build like the mini tainting floor. I guess it's one of the last couple steps. So 17 is where we will resume on Wednesday. So Wednesday's stream is going to be a little interesting in the fact that I will keep going until it's done. The last time I did that, it was for the Republican gunship, and I think I got done at like 2 in the morning and then slept for 4 hours and then went to work at 6. So I don't think that will happen, but I'll be up longer than 9 o'clock Central on Wednesday for sure until it's done. Yep, Wednesday at 6 p.m. is the next build. Well, the next scheduled stream. If I get too tired, then Thursday night is an option, but I might be leaving Thursday night because snow is forecast for the entire corridor between me and St. Louis, and I don't want to drive. I don't want the chance of snow delaying me from getting to St. Louis and me missing my flight. Hey, thanks so much, Brick Beelan, and I'll go ahead and check out your channel too when I'm all done here. So does anyone have any questions or anything like that before I close things up for the night? All right, thanks again all for chatting with me and joining the stream. If you haven't already, please give a like and a subscribe. And I will see you all Wednesday night at 6 Central. Have a great one. Till next time.